Today was one of those days where it was a long day, but it was a great day. It is a Sunday evening. It is close to 10 p.m., so kind of been our normal time during this 40-day prayer challenge, and we are on day 28. Day 28, 40. Our chapter title today was Quit Praying, and I just put a couple of highlights in here. The first was on page 155. It's a question. It says, I wonder how many of our prayer requests are within our own power to answer. It's interesting to think about. Yet we ask God to do what we can do ourselves. There are some things that we don't need to pray about. Mark Batterson lists them out. He said, we don't need to pray about loving our neighbors. We don't need to pray about giving generously or serving sacrificially. We don't need to pray about blessing someone when it's in our power to do so. God has already spoken on those subjects. There comes a moment when praying becomes a form, are you ready, of spiritual procrastination. Ooh, procrastination, putting off till tomorrow what you could do today. There are times, I think in one section here, he says it's spiritual laziness. There's times where we just say, yeah, I'll pray about that. But it's just an excuse because we could take action right now. He says on page 157, at some point, we got to quit praying and start acting. Because we've been praying about it, but we have to start taking action on it. One of the great mistakes we make is asking God to do for us, here comes, what God wants us to do for Him. That is so true. We don't need to just pray about it. Once we've prayed about it, we need to start doing something about it. We need to start taking action, being obedient. I think sometimes we use prayer, if we're going to be honest for a minute, as an excuse to kind of just kick the can down the road for that job that we don't know if we want to apply for. Or for that family member that we should reach out and forgive. We use the term, I'll just keep praying about it. I believe God is calling us to take action. As I'm looking over my list on these 40 days, I'm thinking, all right, where is it that I need to take action? Where is it that I need to take the next step? And that's simply what I want you to think about today. Where is it that you need to take action in your prayer life? Short, sweet, straight to the point. That is day 28. I'll see you tomorrow.